When I was 7 years old, my friend and I went to the Queen Mary in Long Beach, California. We went on the tour, and when we came to the first-class pool, I was so terrified by the fact that this pool was so deep and so empty that I didn't notice the rest of the tour moved on. And that is when I met her. In 2004, I got a job with Ghostly Tours and History as a tour guide, and I got to go in really cool places like the Whaley House in El Campo Santo. In 2007, I formed the Scientific Paranormal Research Team, and as a group, we went to Tombstone, the town too tough to die, to investigate the Birdcage Theater. I know it looks small on the outside, but it's bigger on the inside. Just saying. Anyway, we were all settling down for an EVP session, otherwise known as Electronic Voice Phenomenon. We were in the main room of the Birdcage Theater when we all heard the very distinct sound of shuffling cards. This is the picture that was caught inside of the Russian's box. It's an orb. It must be spherical, otherwise we'd be chasing cubes. 2, it must emit its own light source, and 3, it has to follow some kind of discernible path in order to be considered a true orb. If you take a look at the very next frame that was captured, you can clearly see what appears to be the same orange glow or aura from the orb leaving the frame in the lower left-hand corner. But, long story short, I fell in love with Tombstone, so I moved from San Diego, California, all the way over to Sierra Vista, Arizona, where I got another job as a ghost tour hostess with the Old Bisbee Ghost Tour Company. And even though I was happy I was back doing what I loved, I still didn't have an outlet for investigation. So I hooked up with a local Sierra Vista team, and we did an investigation at the old jailhouse on Fort Huachuca, the same jailhouse they held at for 3 days.
Yeah, we'll probably wrap up here in a little bit because
seems like it's winding down.
I bet you know what, to be honest with you, a lot of the claims are during the day.
Most of the claims are during the day.
We saw Clayton back in here, very pleasant. Whatever was in Donna's office didn't want us in there. They did not like us in there. So, and then whatever it is, it's fucking with them up front. There's something in that room.
I spent a whole year in Tombstone, Arizona, and I loved it a lot, but I got really homesick, so back I moved to San Diego. Once I moved back, I got the band back together, and we're still doing investigations to this day. In 2011, a good friend of mine was having some paranormal trouble at her home. In order to assess the situation, we sat down and did an EVP session to figure out what was there, if anything. And this is what we caught.
Do you mind taking your jacket off so I don't hear the leather squeaking? It might help. If you're cold, we can get you another blanket.
Jacket's there because it's old.
Yeah. Oh, God. Way too many corners.
One of my favorite places to go nowadays is called Pioneer Park or Calvary Cemetery. It was primarily used between 1875 and 1919. Burials continued till about 1960, but it was turned into a public park, and the grave markers, but not the people, were removed. I like coming here a lot because every time I go, I end up catching at least one Class A EVP. Take this one for example with Matt from San Diego Paranormal Eye.
Keep trying. You're almost there. On your phone. Oh crap, I scared him away. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be demanding.
Well, that was a new one on me. I'd never been insulted by a ghost before, especially not with language typical of today's youth. And then it hit me, well, not only is the cemetery now a public park where children play, but it's also situated right next door to Ulysses S. Grant Elementary School.
Which is one of the reasons why I like coming here. Because I always get something. Oh, hi. Clean.
As if capturing that EVP wasn't awesome enough, Kevin, who was filming the entire thing, caught the exact same EVP on his video camera. Well, that's everything I've got to date, but I'm actually going out this weekend with a bunch of my friends to see if we can collect more evidence, and every time I get something, I'll go ahead and post it up here on this channel. Thanks for watching!